All right, guys, we're back for another week of Wormhole Watch. This is our fifth. It's actually the fourth episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, titled Babel. Babel.
I can never get that one either.
Yeah,
Babel. I say
the
Babel.
biblical reference. So right now we are down a Bajoraphobe for the moment.
Unwarranted.
He may pop in later on.
They're beautiful people.
Don't let him hear that. So tonight it's just going to be myself, Fractured Filter, and Adam the Renaissance Nerd. For now. Hitman.
You never know when a random anti-Bajoran will come running through here, screaming terrorists.
and there's a lot involved with Bajorans here.
Oh boy.
Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna miss out. Oh darn.
Yeah. Damn shame.
Did you rig this? Did you guys somehow like kidnap Hitman and hide him away for this episode?
I don't want to say it's really Bajoran heavy, but it does involve some stuff with Bajor.
Gotcha.
So, okay. All good to go, guys?
Yeah.
Ready? Let's
All
do it.
Can you all hear it?
I can hear it.
But we don't see it though. There we
Whoops. Hold on. Run.
There we go. You've been getting it right up until now.
Get out of there as soon as possible.
Thanks for coming, Chief.
What are you doing out here?
Ow, my ears.
We can't have the operations chief sitting around daydreaming when there's work to be done, can we? I'll get right on
it. He might be just a little at the end of his rope here.
My console's offline, Chief.
We need to start a union here, guys.
No.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Oh boy.
One of the things I do notice is like they always have Chief O'Brien with his sleeves rolled up in the first season. Just to really portray the idea that he's like the working man. It's much different than you see, like, chief engineers for the most part are, officers, and he is enlisted. He's a senior chief petty officer, or master chief petty officer. I forget even what his rank is.
And it is a little confusing because you watch TNG, and for the first 3 seasons, they just kept messing with his rank constantly.
Yeah,
the pips on his soldier, like 1 minute he's JG, then he's full, then he's back to JG, and then he's not. And it seems like they kept forgetting from season to season what O'Brien's rank was.
Well, and I was just kind of looking at it like he's kind of he is the chief, and he's doing everything. And I was just kind of watching the guy. I'm like, you need a good apprentice, sir. You need somebody that can take on this extra. Because that's how I kind of took like him rolling up his sleeves. Is like he's the one guy that's doing just about everything on the ship, and that's why they keep or on the station they keep asking him.
I just remembered something. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going.
It's this season, isn't it?
Is it this season or not? I don't know. I'm thinking way in the future when he does get good help.
Well, no, that's different help. I'm talking early help. I think it was this season.
And I was getting again. I'll probably make comments here and there when it comes to like that the sets are kind of like the whole. I mean, they look well constructed and everything, but like even like with him picking up that plate with the sound effects that they put in, they make it sound heavy, putting it into place, stuff like that. Like it's those little touches, those little things those little details that I always enjoy. But yeah,
the practical work.
Yes,
we don't get as much of that with everything being digitized and CGI these days.
Right.
Yeah. That's enough. Leave him alone.
Wait, he's not a Vulcan. He can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't pass out. He just,
he just like nerve pinched
a nerve.
The chief's a very busy man.
It's like there's no other engineers on this damn station.
Yeah, he's the only guy that can do it.
Computer,
I forgot how different it was. How different what was?
Being hot.
Being female. I've been one for over 80 years.
Yeah. Literally, it's like, oh my God, the male gaze. Although, obviously, one of us may be more focused on the right side than the left side.
Oh, no, listen, no. I'm the meat in that sandwich.
I know. This is an Oreo cookie with Adam as a creamy filling. I know.
No,
I probably shouldn't have said it that way.
Yep.
The phrasing.
Listen, the feelings.
You know, the funny thing is actually, this will come up later, I think. Dax is completely in control of everything when it comes to Quark.
Oh, yeah.
Wrapped around her finger, huh?
Oh, well, don't forget, she's literally working with the memory of like 7 prior hosts.
And one of them was a dirty old man.
And one of them, one of them.
Oh God.
We'll talk about that later.
There are whole episodes devoted to Dax's prior lives.
Yeah, we will actually have one this season.
Yeah.
Which is good because again, it goes to showing, again, like we talked before, DS9 being very character focused on many episodes. This one, I think, is not a character focused episode. This is more of a TNG style.
Well, it mixes it up. It's good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. You got to pepper it in.
Let birds go further loose, maybe. Shout easy play.
Chief?
Did he stick his head into an ancient device?
Round the turbulent quick.
The man is stressed.
So that was weird. That was weird.
Something to do with that replicator he sampled earlier.
Okay.
That coffee was bad for him.
Yeah, that
device we saw was probably something screwy with the system.
Yeah, odd device shows up and
and then
happens.
In your chief engineer speaking gobbledygook.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's not subtle, but storytelling in the 90s, obviously.
I wish I knew.
How the hell did you? How do you type that? How did those words get on there? There's no keys or anything. I mean, how did
Foolish assembled regal. Weather.
It's spreading.
This quarantine has everybody on edge.
Oh my God.
Would you deprive them of a little harmless diversion?
What? Can't go to the gym, but you can go to McDonald's.
That's right. You can't go to the 0G gym, but you can go to Quark's to get some
there you go. Much more.
or Cardassian Kanar, but who the hell wants Kanar? It's terrible.
Nah, yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Fortunately, my assistant Rom was able to fix the replicators.
Rom's an idiot. He couldn't fix a straw if it was bent.
You're right. Rom is an idiot. Remind me to get rid of him tomorrow.
Again, they had not worked on Rom
At all.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, so much for stopping the spread.
Station log starting.
Moments like this, you wish you had data. Data would be fine.
Population has now contracted the aphasia virus.
I am.
It indicates, Doctor, who created this virus? The Bajorans.
Uh-oh.
Now we are now.
Wow.
Okay.
Hitman is justified. He
Who wants to play Hitman role? See, that's what I was saying.
That's what I've been saying all along.
You can't trust the Bajorans.
These shysters, I knew they couldn't be trusted.
Shysters, they're dirty people. They're terrible people.
They're wonderful people. They were fighting spoonheads. You have to make.
They were totally the wrong ones. They were always the bad ones, the terrorists.
This is
I
why I'm
knew
kind of
it.
sad. This is why I'm sad that Hitman's not here tonight because like
I
he would
know
go
this
off
has been
right
perfect
now.
for him.
Perfect for him.
How is he, Doctor?
Not good, I'm afraid. Unless I find some way to counteract the virus.
He'll be dead in 12 hours.
Computer, replay morning.
Command unclear. Please repeat.
Oh, nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Glass lunch, judge, a bin to let it.
No, not the
Unclear. Please
the
repeat.
worst person to have this happen to.
Whether or not you helped Decon Elig plant an aphasia virus here 18 years ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wrong
He
number.
knows.
Wrong number.
He knows.
Oh, I'm a security. I have nothing to say.
Ha-ha.
Dun-dun.
And now you're exposed, bitch.
Hello, doctor.
So now you're infected too.
Fine. I'll help.
To anyone who can hear me,
If only
This is
she
Odo.
wore a mask.
Cisco's infected. I
Ah!
could use some help.
The
here.
ultimate defense.
O'Brien!
Sleep off bibble tits. I don't.
So while I think you're right, Brad, when you said this wasn't initially really a character-centric episode, what this episode really was is the non-Starfleet members of the crew
Mm-hmm.
getting time to
Shine.
shine. Yeah, shine. Guys,
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I get another word, but shine is the best way to put it. I think they're the
Yeah.
ones who are active through most of that episode. It takes Quark, Odo, and Kira to get things
Mhm.
done in the end. I
Mhm.
mean, most of the Starfleet crew gets sidelined early on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Pretty
and
much.
even the doctor, even Bashir's unable to do it because he gets infected. So
Mhm.
it really was a chance to now 4 or 5 episodes in. Okay, we've been doing a lot of Starfleet centric stuff. Let's get the other members of the cast in. Let's let them do some stuff. Let's get some better interplay between them. Let's give them a chance to develop as part of the team. Maybe not necessarily individual character growth, but as part of the unit. That's what I saw in the episode.
Which is also really interesting because, like you say, we're so used to Starfleet working together, and we get to see some of the interesting dynamic of Kira being, the Bajoran former freedom fighter. I'm sorry, let me just pretend to be
Terrorist.
terrorist. Doing things her own way. She's like, no, I got to do this. So she literally took the bull by the horns. Like, I'm gonna go kidnap this dude. Screw it. Because that's not a Starfleet call. That's not a Starfleet call, in my opinion.
Oh, no, not at all.
Not at all. And the other interesting thing, again, this goes to develop something we talked about before, is the Quark Odo interaction.
Yeah.
Really, you're getting a sense of the dynamic, which will develop over the seasons. Literally frenemies.
Right.
I mean, my opinion, Odo and Quark are best friends. They just don't want to say it.
Well, I'm thinking now, I think it's season 5 or 6, the crash landing episode.
Oh, the mountain episode.
Yeah, the mountain episode.
Yeah.
That's an episode. That
Yeah.
is perhaps the Quark Odo episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they it's like they play each other, like they know their roles and they're perfectly happy to play their roles.
Right.
It's like, I know you're trying to like commit a crime, Quark, and I'm gonna stop you. Oh my, it's what's the Warner Brothers cartoon? The sheepdog and Wile E. Coyote check in for business.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so just some interesting things I saw commentary because I went back and checked some of the comments on Memory Alpha. One of the interesting things I saw was like the interaction between Cisco and Jake, and this was mentioned, and that Avery Brooks really wanted to try to establish that paternal relationship between himself and Cyril Lofton. And my understanding is actually became very close. That kind of paternal relationship. And he was like stressing in this episode, like, I want to actually be like a father. Like, my
Right.
kid is affected by this. So like he's like, I want to hold my kid. I want to love my kid. There's definitely some actual emotion going on. I think that lends to the realism, from my opinion, of Ben Sisko as a dad.
Well, I thought that did translate pretty well, like the interaction between the two, and that's what I have been like really surprised by is just seeing that. Uh, for once, not just like a mother and child sort of thing, but the
Hmm.
father also being paternal and everything, and watching. I mean, that's generally the thing for a father is to watch out for the whole family, but it's kind of interesting to see this one-on-one dynamic between the father and son. And
Hmm.
again, like I said from the first episode, we weren't getting adversarial, but actual like a healthy relationship.
But that's
Uh,
what it was back at that time.
yeah.
I mean,
So and like more of that here too. It was nice to see, like especially like you just expressed said he was trying to be the father there for the kid. He's sick. I mean, they both end up sick, but like
yeah.
he's just trying to still be there one way or another, and that was very refreshing.
And I really think, like you're saying, it's something that's lost now. Like, it's an adversarial relationship. Go back to that time, late 80s, early 90s. I mean, you
Right.
had Cosby Show, and obviously
Yeah.
Cosby has a lot of issues, but
Well, let's separate the art from the artist, right?
right. Cliff Huxtable was a good dad,
Right.
and he loved his kids. Look at Family Matters.
Right.
I mean, yeah, look at Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Even though Uncle Phil wasn't his dad, he was his dad.
Well,
Those are
there was a lot of shows at the time that I'm skipping on the names at the moment, but I mean there's a lot of Full House and stuff like that.
Mhm.
There's a lot of those kind of old 90s shows where it was either kind of a mixed family unit, but one way or
Mhm.
another, a family unit, and they yes had the drama episodes, but otherwise it was a loving household.
Right,
And
and
you weren't using so many people so much as the fathers being the butt of the joke, like you do see with even just animated shows with like The
yeah,
Simpsons and stuff like that, where the
and
dad is
Family
always
Guy,
the guy,
yeah, the
Family
dad
Guy.
is
They
always
give
a dumbass.
yes,
Um, and this is again, I think we're something we've lost now on modern television. Um, the dad can be a good role model,
yeah.
and and again, like, oh, there's not positive black representation on television. Look at that. Here are black fathers being good dads. And I know I'm focusing on it because look, the bottom line is this is the first time we have a black man leading a Star Trek show.
Mhm.
He's the commanding officer, and he's a
I thought
commanding
that stuff didn't
officer.
happen till now. I thought that stuff didn't
That's right.
happen till now.
That didn't happen now. But you don't
STD was the
think
first.
I mean, like when this came, I didn't care that he was black. I'm just like, okay,
No,
it's
he's a
odd that he's
character.
it's odd that he's a commander. Okay, he's a dad. And what the hell is he going? Oh my god, this is some like deep shit.
Well,
Does
you're
he go
looking at
through
more of
this?
the traits of him than just the skin color. It's the
Yeah,
whole
because
whole
I was
judge a
watching the
person.
show
Yeah.
from the perspective of being in the 24th century. To if go watch the Savage Curtain, which is one of the last episodes of third season of Star Trek, the original series, and it's a show where they go to the planet Excalibur and they encounter Abraham Lincoln in space.
Oh yeah. I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Good
and
scene with the
it's a very good scene with. I'm not going to say what Abraham Lincoln says because it's potential strike, but it is not
right.
the hard N word, but it is
Well, it is
uh,
it's
a
just a
word
descriptor
with
word.
a descriptor word which is used in the 19th century, mid 19th century for black women. And the interesting thing is, it's like that's an offensive language. And even in the 1960s, it was offensive language. And Uhura goes,
Well, what was kind of
I,
funny though is they even had Abraham Lincoln, which I think might have been a little out of character, that he would
mhm,
have had the wherewithal to go, "Oh, I'm sorry
mhm,
for using that term or whatever." But
yeah,
like but what followed it, and that was the necessary point, was then
right.
I'll let you
Words
finish.
don't, words don't offend us the way they used
Yes,
to. And that's
we
the
have
23rd century.
we
And
have evolved past that. I'm like,
we,
oh
we have
fuck, freaking thank you.
we have evolved past that. Christ, I wish we could do that now. But yeah, so I mean, you look at this, it's like it's showing very positive role models from everyone. Chief O'Brien being like the good workaday guy who needs to get a union, probably. So don't. I'm sorry. Not going to say it.
He just needs an apprenticeship. He just needs to get some good, good hard workers on that station to give him a lending
There's so many
hand.
engineers in Starfleet. Doesn't even
does-
help the man. Help the
Yes,
man.
he can't repair the whole station himself.
But does anyone want to throw some Latinum on the table?
I'll give it because it's a solid episode and we get such a well displayed everything. I'll say 7 out of 10 bars of gold press Latinum, which is my average for the first 3 seasons. 6 to 7 is what I said. So
yeah. Fractured.
With this one, I think I'll just average it out and just go with the 5.
Okay,
it's good, not great. Did his job.
I'm going to go with the 6. So I think we pretty much run from 5 to 7.
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
5, 6, 7. So
there are worse episodes to come this season where it's just like, oh,
I was just, and I might readjust. We'll see.
Guys, Adam, I apologize for Move Along Home, but we have to watch it.
Yeah.
We got to get through it.
We must suffer together.
I would encourage you.
I must know the pain.
Get some libations. Get some libations. It'll be painful. Otherwise, really appreciate you guys showing up. I really enjoy watching these shows with you guys. And we're getting some follows, getting some views on the show. So I really appreciate anyone who watches this. The most important thing is to go watch the show. Don't just watch us. Go watch the show. See why this is good Star Trek. See what good Star Trek is. So we will be back next week for another episode. All these guys have great channels. Go watch my channel, Duke Devil 95. You can watch Fractured Filter. He does a bunch of shows throughout the week. Adam Renaissance Nerd has way too much stuff going on. I don't know what he's.
There's more coming.
More
coming. Yeah, I'll tell you guys when we're off stream. There's plans coming.
I know. So go watch all their channels. They always put out great stuff. You can see us throughout the week. Until next time, questions, comments, witticisms down below. Click all the good buttons. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.